Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibs07 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. Going to be talking about the RuneScape mobile announcement in this one, as well as just a little bit of my progress towards Maxscape and stuff. Like I said in my last video, apologies this is a little bit delayed, but I didn't really have time to talk about it in the video that I made on Monday. Just because of the fact that I had to get to the airport and was going away for a few days. But I am back now. Trip went pretty well. So, yeah. Back to the grind, I guess, as they say. As far as progress goes, I am 94 agility. Just got that level up a couple of hours ago, so that's pretty sweet. One level up since I started it, and I've given up on the wilderness course just because I literally have not died a single time, but the number of times people try to PK me and just force me to run away and log out is super annoying. I tried going on legacy worlds to avoid people, but people would still come there and try and PK me, so it's just like, seriously, do you not have anything better to do with your time than try and PK people who are already trying to do one of the worst skills in the game? Like, seriously, I don't know. It's just so easy to escape from the people, too. Like, they're just not good PKers at all, and I can easily, either just juke them out with the ladder, or I can stun them if I'm in EOC and just go down the ladder and log out from there. So... I did one, like, I had a bunch of summer pies with me as my food if I needed any, and I probably got attacked by 7 or 8 people while I was there. Used maybe half of my summer pies on getting away, and then once I got my level up to 94 agility, I left, and now I'm at the Heffen course, which is slower than doing wilderness agility with the demonic skull, but at least now I won't be interrupted during my agility and like have to stop, because just the fact that you have to like stop and log out and everything just makes the agility just so much worse. So I don't know, it's not too bad. I need like 200 laps here for the like of the Heffen title or something like that. I think that's what it is, and I guess that's okay. I probably should also go do like the 200 or 250 laps of the advanced barbarian course. I think that's actually, is that 90 or 95? I can't remember. Let me look really quick once my stupid thing stops. Let me see. That is 90, isn't it? Yeah, that's 90. So I'll probably go do the 200 or however many laps of that you need to get the agile leg or the agile top, as well as get the agile legs, I think, unless you don't need those. I'm pretty sure you need the agile top for the for some like task or just like a comp requirement in general. I'm just gonna quickly look that up. Excuse me. Yeah, 250. Oh, perfect laps. I see. So you actually have to like not fail anything. I think you stop failing at 95 regardless. Yeah, it's an elite Fremennik task to complete a lap of that course while wearing the agile top. So you do need the agile top for that. I guess you maybe don't even need it for, or you don't even need the agile legs for anything. So I won't go get those unless I find out that you do need them for something, because there's no real point. It's not good XP there. But yeah, the only reason I would do it is, or get the agile top. Oh. Well, I guess you need the agile legs for the trim completion escape, it says here at the bottom. So might as well, I guess, get it, because it'll just be some agility experience out of the way for me, and another requirement that I mean, I won't have to come back later and do agility post 99 if I ever want to go for trim or something. So no real reason not to. So I'll probably do that. That'll get a bit of the XP out of the way for me. But for the most part, I am going to be here at Heffen till 99, I assume, because of the assholes at the wilderness course. As far as farming, obviously I haven't really been doing farming the past maybe 2 or 3 days because I was away, but I did a run this morning when I got back, and I almost got 84. So slowly but surely farming is getting along, so definitely going to continue doing it. And I feel like I've been getting rather unlucky with my magic trees. They seem to die pretty often, so hopefully my luck turns around in terms of that in the future. But yeah, Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the RuneScape on mobile announcement. And this was kind of out of the blue. They had been hinting at some announcement that was coming for about a week now, and on Old School they also did a server-wide broadcast a week ago saying an announcement in 7 days, and everyone was trying to speculate what it was. I don't think anybody really thought that this was it, because it's kind of out of the blue, out of nowhere, and nobody really thought that they were going to be doing something like this at all. I don't know. But I don't really understand how it's going to work, honestly. I'm pretty excited for it to come out, because it'll just make some things easier to do. You can easily do more AFK stuff probably on it, maybe wood cutting or fishing, depending. And it's going to be interesting to see how they actually implement everything and make it work. It's also coming for Old School, so both games are getting it. And for Old School, it makes a little bit more sense, because it's a pretty old game, and it doesn't have the best visuals, and the interface is pretty simple. But on RS3, pretty much everything, all those things are the opposite. The graphics, I mean, you might say, it's RuneScape. RuneScape doesn't have good graphics, but RuneScape 3, I mean, it doesn't look that bad, especially with the draw distance and everything. How are they going to actually implement that? That'll probably be at least limited on the mobile version, as well as the interface. It's going to be kind of crazy if they have. Are they going to have a set interface that you have to use, or are they still going to allow you to customize it? I don't know. It's definitely going to be really, really interesting. And another thing that I think is going to be really important is, for a lot of people, I'm sure, how much data is it going to use if you're not on Wi-Fi? Obviously, if you don't know, there's certain games like Pokemon Go doesn't use a lot of data, which is good for it. I don't know how they do that, but Hearthstone on mobile doesn't use a lot of data for playing games. So you got to hope that RuneScape isn't going to use a lot of data, because if you don't have an unlimited data plan, that's probably going to affect a lot of people's ability to even play on mobile. Also, it's going to be interesting, if you go to a different game, or you hit the lock button, or maybe not if you hit the lock button, if you go to a different app to text somebody, is the RuneScape app going to still be running, and are you still going to be fishing in the game in the background? That's going to be definitely interesting as well. So I don't know. They say all on here it is going to be your same account. No shit, nobody would really play it on mobile if you had to make a different account. I don't think nobody that's far along. I know I wouldn't. But yeah, it's actually coming out surprisingly soon, I thought, which I guess they have to have been working on it for a while now for them to be able to say it's coming this soon. But Old School is coming to mobile devices this winter, so only a few months away, and we will have Old School on phones, which is going to be really interesting. Like I said, I assumed Old School would be the simpler of the two, and then RuneScape 3 is going to be coming out next year, so they don't give any time frame of next year, but so that probably means it's not going to come out until December 2018 or something. But still, it's I would have assumed they were going to announce this, and then it was going to come out in 2020, and they were just going to be hey, remember this? And everyone's going to be oh yeah, well, we don't even use phones anymore, we use robots or something. I don't know, I'm just messing around, but still, it's really cool. I think it's going to be really interesting. I just don't know how well it's going to work for RS3, and just in general, is it going to be a much more zoomed in version of the game? Because I mean, a phone screen is pretty small. Regardless of what phone you have, a phone screen is not big, especially compared to a computer monitor or whatever you usually play your RuneScape on. So I don't know how that's going to work out in the end. How are they going to make it so it's easy to play and accessible to you're not going to have to be squinting or anything. It's going to be easy to play on a mobile phone. That's going to be a pretty big factor as well. It's obviously not going to ever replace the computer version, but it'll definitely be interesting to see, and I would probably use it just to do some AFK skilling or stuff like that. Obviously you're probably not going to be doing any hardcore PVMing on your phone or PKing or anything like that, but yeah, if you want, you can go to the RuneScape 3 homepage and register your interest for beta access by giving them your like Google Play account information. If you have Android, I have Android, so that's what I have to give them. I don't know what you have to give them if you are on iPhone, but it's probably something similar. But yeah, they really kind of blindsided us with this one, but it's pretty freaking exciting. Let me know what you guys think of the whole idea in the comments and how you think it's going to work out. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how well it manages to work when they do come out with it. But yeah, continuing the agility grind here. I know I'm missing all these shortcuts. I don't know. I like to use the velocity once every 2 laps. Like, I do a full lap by myself, clicking all the obstacles, and then I use and then on the next, like the following lap, I just use the velocity automatically gets used up on the final thing, the light creature. So I don't know. I just do it that way. I don't feel like I just like to click in the same place for every time. I don't feel like adapting to do the shortcuts whenever they open up. Even though it does increase your XP per hour, I mean, I don't really care that much. It's not a huge increase, and agility is just slow as balls regardless, even with double XP. So just gonna have to grind it out, continue it on. Only 5 more levels to go, but yeah, that's gonna kind of take an eternity here at the Heffen course. It does pick up a little bit when it's on half an hour, but not too much. So yeah, that's basically it for the RuneScape on mobile discussion. I guess since this video isn't super long at the moment, I will lump in the pet polls, or actually I'll just make a separate video tomorrow talking about the new polls that have come out and the new pet skilling pet. Actually, no, I won't actually. I will just go ahead and do that right now, because I just remembered that there's only one new poll and there's just 2 polls that are in their final stage. So let me go ahead and pull that up really quick for you guys. The strength skill pet is in its final stage, and it is still close as hell. When I first voted, it was like 16k to 16k, and now it is 24k to 23.85. So this one is insanely close for a 2-option poll. Definitely get out there and vote to make your voice heard. Thankfully, the kangaroo is winning currently, which is what I voted for. I just think it represents strength a little bit more than this just a random lion. I don't know, just it's kind of weird that have a lion tiger thing for strength. But yeah, regardless of that, this is an insanely close poll, so make sure you vote if you haven't already. And then there's this one, and people are again voting for this weird ass shaman floating ghost thing, and I really don't like it. Like, any of the other options besides this one would be what I wanted, but unfortunately it looks like it's gonna win. I don't know why people are voting for this, but whatever, I guess. Looks like that's gonna be the summoning skill pet. Unfortunately, just not a fan of it at all, honestly. I don't really like the Grayson either, but it's better than that. Like, come on. But either way, the Ruby pole is the ranged skill pet, which is doesn't have the greatest concepts if you ask me, and I really don't understand why the squirrel is winning for being number 1, because the Chinchampa that's got like a Robin Hood hat and is kind of like a ranger makes way more sense just in terms of the flavor of the pet. Like, Chinchampas have some, like, they're already a thing in the game. They have to do with ranged. Like, you use them for ranged, or you used to. I guess you don't really do that anymore, but still they're like a ranged weapon. It's like, why would you not vote for the Chinchampa? Because like, it's a squirrel. Who the hell cares about a squirrel? I don't understand people, honestly. I think the Chinchampa makes way more sense. It's going to come down to a showdown between those 2, I guess, but still, it doesn't look like it's going to work out for the Chinchampa unless like everybody that's not voting for either of these 2 ends up voting for the Chinchampa in the end, which is what I hope for, because I don't really like the squirrel that much. It's just like whatever. Other options, there's this cat, which is also got the Robin Hood hat on. It's like, meh, whatever. It's a cat, I guess. Yeah, this one is like a worm that has an apple on it with an arrow through it, which kind of relates to range, but nobody's voting for it. And I mean, the drawing's pretty good, but I don't like the concept at all. I don't want a worm as my pet. And then there's a target with a face on it with the bow and an arrow in his hands. So these 2 bottom concepts nobody's really voting for, and you can kind of just see why on your own. But yeah, honestly, I think these 2 are the only like really good concepts anyway. But I just don't understand why people aren't voting for the Chinchompa. I really don't. I think it makes way more sense in terms of being a ranged pet, and it would just definitely be a better thing to represent the ranged skill. But guess I can't speak for everybody. Let me know what you guys think of these polls in the comments. Who did you vote for the strength skill pet? I'd be interested to see, because that one is so dang close. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the... I think it's only prayer and magic left at this point. Let me see. We did attack and HP and strength. We haven't done prayer, so prayer is left. We haven't done magic, and they did summoning, and they did range, which I skipped. But and they also did defense, which I think I also skipped. But yeah, so those two are going to be the last ones that show up. So it's going to be really interesting to see. Oh wait, no, it's not. No, it's not, because the next time polls rotate, it's going to be the finals for the arranged pet, and then the other two are going to be the magic pet and the prayer pet. Really going to look forward to the prayer pet coming out. I hope people vote for the red bunny. Definitely my #1 pick for that. But once the prayer and magic pets move on to their final stage, it's going to be really interesting to see what polls come out from then on, because hopefully they continue the system going and don't just let it fall by the wayside like it has in the past. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comments about RuneScape Mobile and the current polls going on right now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.